One of the techniques that was used to do the fish animation was while using infinity curves in the graph editor. So I have the same scene open over here, and I've hidden most of my elements, so with this layer right over here. And also I'm pretty much using the same provided assets, so you can see that there's the cylinder, and this one is a box, and this one is a box, and all I've done is just scaled it. That's all I've done. And these two, in this case, these two boxes, the flat boxes, are parented to the cylinder. So right now, let's say if I wanted to show an animation of a fly, what I'm going to do is I have 135 frames. I'm going to go to my first frame, and simply with the cylinder selected, I'm just going to hit S to set a key. And let's say every 15 frames, I'm going to pretty much keyframe this. So I'm just going to take this up, and let's go over here, and let's also hit plus to get our manipulator slightly bigger. So let's go to frame 30, and I'm just gonna go right over here again. It's a little too big, so let's go minus. So I'm just gonna go here, so let's say at 45, I'm just going to go somewhere like this. And let's say at 60, I'm just going to go further ahead. At the same time, I'm just going to try to take a turn over here. So this is what we got so far. And we can always go and edit this. So I can go to frame 15 and edit that. So if I don't like the flight right here, I actually like that. And right over here, maybe I want to have a little more rotation. So right there, and right around 75, let's say I want to rotate it and kind of have it head back down. And let's say at 90, I'm going to have it kind of down but also up over here, and also change its rotation slightly. And then at, let's say, 105, let's say somewhere over here, let's say at 120, I want it over here, and like this. And finally at 135, I'm just going to go right till about there. Let's say outside, like this. So basically, let's just take a look at this. So I have some simple keyframe animation right now. So right there. And I can speed it up if I want to. But right now, this is what I'm looking for. Now, if I wanted these two over here to flip as well, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go to each one of them and rotate them just 3 times, just 3 different keyframes, and then I'm gonna use the infinity curves in the graph editor to keep animating them. So let's go with this first one over here. So I'm gonna, while selecting it on frame number 1, I'm gonna simply hit S to set a key. Then I'm gonna go to frame 5. Actually, let's go here to frame 1 again, and let's rotate it down roughly about there. And you can type in an exact number if you want to. So I'm rotating that in X and hit S again. So let's go to 5 and rotate it back till about there and hit S. So right now I didn't have to hit S because right over here my auto key is on, which is great. So, but you got to be careful of that too at the same time, so I don't have to keep hitting S. And then go to frame 10, and I'm gonna take it back down, and I'm always watching in my channel box how much I'm rotating, so right around there, 35.34. So it's having 3 rotations. So I'm doing the same thing with this one now. So at frame 1, I'm going to have it go down somewhere around there and hit S. At frame 5, I'm going to have it come up. And somewhere around there and hit, I don't have to hit S again because my auto key is on. And then at frame 10 finally, I'm going to have it go down right around there. And there we go. So let's zoom out a little bit. So right now you can see that they just animate for the first, the 3 keyframes that we set for the rotation, and that's all they do because that's what they've been told to do. So if I want to keep cycling that, what I can do is I can select those two. So select this, and let's go here and select this one as well. Let's go to Window, Animation Editors, Graph Editor, and let's get the graph editor inside over here. So you can see that's my rotate X for one of the guys, and that's the rotate X right here for the second guy. So what I can do is I can turn on these two, select these two rotation X values over here. I have to go to View, Infinity Curves. So you can see it shows me the dotted line before frame number 1 and after the last keyframe over here. And I'm gonna simply select these and simply go to Curves, Pre-Infinity Cycle. You can see that it's cycling over here before the first frame. And I'll say Curves, Post-Infinity Cycle. And you can see it keeps cycling right there. So right now you can see that if I simply play this, you'll see the result. You can see that it keeps cycling. It looks like some fly. Then I can copy these and offset them, and all of them will be flying. So this is one of the techniques that was used in the fish animation to animate the fish. So we are looking at the exact same file while using the exact same assets, but just a different example. So try it with your own example.